Whoa, it's our first stream. This is exciting, actually. Let's adjust this. Hey everyone, I am Scott, and this is Cipher Division. This is my very first stream. I've made quite a few videos already, but I just kind of want to watch some YouTube, maybe watch some shorts, a little bit of cringe, maybe a little bit of politics. By the way, I'm wearing my cowboy hat, my Soviet hockey jersey, even though I'm not a communist. I promise I'm not. And camo pants. So we are ready. I am like all decked out. I'm on the set of Red Dawn, and I'm ready to fight some Russians. Okay, let's watch this. Let's watch Michael Knowles. All he does is bitch and moan about things that really don't matter. So let's bitch and moan about things that don't matter here.
The TDS is very, very strong.
I love it. By the way, any criticism of Trump is called Trump derangement syndrome, TDS. Wow. I agree. Conservatives, they call us snowflakes, but they have to be the biggest snowflakes on the planet if they can't even handle criticism about Trump or his administration. Blech.
I mean, it is, as you know, very widespread.
I got my Blue Monster, I got my protein, and I got my yogurt protein. So let's do this, man.
Increasingly less widespread. It's been contained since 2024, but it's still a widespread and fatal disease. Robert De Niro, the actor, has contracted a worse case than just about anyone. Here it sums up the De Niro view. The De Niro lib view, shared by an unfortunately large number.
The De Niro lib. By the way, I don't look to Robert De Niro for like his advice on politics or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand that. I don't understand why they focus on that. You know what I mean? Hold on one second. I want to put the stream thing up next. Damn it! This is like my first one, so you guys gotta bear with me a little bit. No. Controls. No. Oh wait a minute. I know how to do it. Hold on. Add source. Stream. Browser. Color source display. Game catcher. Or no. Okay. Well, whatever. We'll keep playing. I'll figure it out.
Number of people of Donald Trump and how the liberals should treat the conservatives.
Fuck it.
Trump does not understand anything about humanity, people. He has no empathy. I don't know what he is, but he's an alien, and he wants to.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I don't listen to Robert De Niro for politics. So I'm not really sure why. Why they're even entertaining this as a serious thing. But look, conservatives don't really have anything to talk about. They can't quite talk about what Trump is doing because a lot of what Trump is doing right now regarding ICE especially is unconstitutional. So they really can't. They don't want to focus too much attention on that, right? But which is why they have this. They have this is their big story. Robert De Niro, a retired movie star. Treating him as if he is the face of liberalism, and he's not. I mean, I love that he's outspoken, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, this isn't about politics, it's about class warfare. This guy's a multi-millionaire. This guy's one of the richest people in the world actors in the world right now, okay? He doesn't speak for you or me. He doesn't speak for regular people. Robert De Niro is, as talented as he is so far removed from society. Plus, I remember a time when conservatives loved him. He was the gangster, like the mob boss. But now, because he's a liberal, they hate him.
He wants.
MAGAs are very like, if you don't believe what I believe in, fuck you. You're not on my side. And they accuse libs of doing that. They're just as tribal as we are.
To hurt this country. It's something deeply psychological in him. He wants to hurt people.
Hold on. You catch it? Did you catch it? I'm going to read it again, just for those in the back, if you didn't hear Raging Bull. Trump does not understand anything about humanity. He has no empathy. I don't know what he is, but he's an alien. He wants to hurt this.
She's asking me to help her figure out her Instagram, so I got to do that.
Country. It's deeply psychological. He wants to hurt people. The people who all the time whine and scream about how Trump is dehumanizing, how we dehumanize people. We dehumanize minorities, an increasing number of whom voted for Trump. We dehumanize trans children.
Come on. You blame every shooting on trans people. You obviously dehumanize them. You guys, ICE deported a guy for having tattoos because they thought they were like Venezuelan gang tattoos, but he was just a makeup artist. You guys frequently dehumanize people. Oh my God. Hell, you dehumanize people so often and so much that when Melissa Hortman got murdered, your side couldn't even recognize that it was political violence. Holy shit. Wow. It's nuts to me how he just doesn't like hear himself, talk right now. I don't understand it. He doesn't hear what he's saying, or he does and he doesn't care. Michael Knowles absolutely has no soul, by the way. He doesn't really speak from a place of reality. All right. That's right.
Category that does not exist. That's not a real category of people. You need to stop dehumanizing.
He's so shameless about it. We need to stop. Yes. Stop dehumanizing people, please. I don't dehumanize your side. I think your side is misguided, and I think conservatives have allowed themselves to get too close and flirt a little too much with some of them more far-right extremists, like the white supremacists and whatnot. But I don't want to dehumanize you. I just don't want you to take away rights from people I care about, or from me, for example. I just think it's fucked up. That's all. I'm like, dehumanize. Dude, he's so shameless about it. It's mask off nowadays. It's mask off. They genuinely don't care. They love when people are oppressed. I'm serious. They love when people are oppressed. It's a power thing. It's like a power fantasy for them.
People, Trump.
You guys dehumanize trans people all the time. You call them less than human. You call them threats to children. You call every mass shooting, oh, it was a trans person that did it. Like, holy shit. There have been maybe 4 or 5 trans or non-binary or LGBT adjacent shooters, but you can't quite blame Tyler Robinson for that. That wasn't really a detail. There really isn't any evidence there, right? On that one alone, at least. He was just a lonely white kid that got radicalized, okay? Let's have some fucking monster, because I think I need some energy to get through this slop.
Because you're not human. Catch that? That's what he's saying.
Oh, shit.
Every accusation is a confession with these people. Trump does not understand anything about humanity. In other words...
I don't think he does. I don't think Trump cares about humanity. I think Trump cares about his own goals. I think he cares about himself, primarily. If Trump cared about humanity... Okay, if Trump and his people cared about humanity, would they have forcibly detained Senator Padilla out of a public press conference because when all he did was ask Kristi Noem a question? Seriously, you guys are silencing your own people, your own colleagues. It's nuts to me, the mental gymnastics these people go through.
He is no human. He then goes further. He says, I don't know what he is, but he's an alien. In other words, he's not a human.
You guys dehumanize people. Okay. I'm not saying what Robert De Niro is saying is correct, because I think Robert De Niro has it wrong. We should not be dehumanizing our president, or anyone that we just disagree with. But Trump and his people, including you or Matt Walsh, for example, frequently dehumanize people. On Matt Walsh's video regarding Bad Bunny, he's literally stated we should have a trap-style raid at the Super Bowl, lock everyone in there, and deport them. Why? Because they're there watching a football game with a Puerto Rican/American citizen performing at the halftime show. And you see my veins coming out a little bit? Maybe no. Holy shit, brother. Oh, these people they don't hear themselves talk. All they do is dehumanize people. I'm serious. I'm not even making this shit up. Just go on his channel. Look at everything he made. Matt Walsh, for example, okay? Made a movie called What is a Woman, where he for an hour and a half dehumanized trans people. All they do is dehumanize them. They call them predators. Before trans people, it was LGBT people. Okay? Before that, it was black people. I'm telling you, all conservatives seem to do, especially with Trump in office for a second time, is dehumanize people. And I'm not making this up. You can find, there are thousands of clips online. Right? Holy shit.
He wants to hurt people, so he's saying he's already justifying some kind of violence against Trump. It's not.
I don't want violence against Trump. I don't. I think what Robert De Niro said was inappropriate. You shouldn't call him an alien. You should call him an idiot, but not an alien. I don't want violence against your side. I don't want violence against my side. I don't want violence against Americans. This is not a game. But to these people, this is just a partisan game. This is just a way for him to get views and money and deals and connections through being adjacent to power. None of this matters. It doesn't. It's a game to them. They're all millionaires. They all have money. They're all wealthy and connected. They don't care what happens in the real world because they're safe from it. That's all this is about.
Quite rising to the level of incitement. So you say he wants to hurt people. Now, in the context of the left increasingly murdering Republicans, even so much so that even The Atlantic had to admit there's a left-wing terrorism problem now. In that context, this probably does kind of rise to the level of incitement. But forget about
23 grams of protein in a yogurt. So I'm having that. I had a protein bar this morning, and I'm also having a Premier protein. I like getting my protein, and I'm probably gonna have obviously I'm gonna have real food for lunch, but I like getting my protein in the morning, so I don't really snack honestly that often.
That line, just that first line. Trump does not understand anything about humanity. That is dehumanizing.
You guys do it too, though. I agree with you. Yeah, I agree that. Okay, I will be charitable here. I completely agree that if you say that Trump doesn't understand anything about humanity, that is a dehumanizing statement. Fair, okay. I think Trump, to be honest with you, though, I don't think Trump generally cares what happens to regular people. I think he cares more about his rich friends and his connections and people that can give him things, whether they're gifts or jets or accolades or airtime. I don't think Trump cares about people like me, for example. I don't think he does. I served my country. I was an Army officer, okay? I've been working my ass off since I was 12 years old. Took care of my alcoholic father, okay? I grinded in high school, grinded in college, grinded in my 20s, and grinding now, okay? I don't think Trump cares about people like me who come from really less than humble beginnings, okay? I don't think Trump fathoms that, and I don't think he's not human. I just think he's a rich guy who doesn't give a shit. And unfortunately, there's plenty of people like that in the world, okay? There are plenty of rich people who don't give a shit. I don't think they should be president, but I also don't want them to die, and which is why we should not be listening to Robert De Niro. He doesn't fucking know anything. You want to know what Robert De Niro knows about? I'll tell you what he knows about, okay? All he knows is to play a mobster in a movie. That's literally the only skill he has, okay? Robert De Niro doesn't know anything other than how to be a fucking movie mobster. That's it. You should not be taking anything he says seriously regarding politics, okay? The only thing you should take seriously from his fucking mouth, okay, is, here's how to become a mobster in a movie. This is all I know about. I'm Robert De Niro. That's it. I don't want to fucking hear from him. I don't even want to hear from John Leguizamo or John Cusack or any of these liberal celebrities. I don't want to hear from you. All you do is act. That's all you know. You know how to look at a script and memorize lines and go, I'm John Leguizamo. I was in, Romeo plus Juliet. My name's John Cusack. I was in 1408 about a haunted hotel room. I don't give a shit about your politics. Oh, shit, the lights are off. I did it again. I don't care about your politics, bro. I don't care. You're an actor, okay? You're a fucking actor. You don't know shit, okay? You certainly don't know shit about the real fucking world. You might have political opinions and things that you're interested in learning about. That's fair. But at the end of the day, you guys don't know shit about anything other than what you do in acting. So again, us as civilians, non-political pundits, we should not be listening to Robert De Niro, but they focus on it because we'll bitch about it. We'll see it as an attack to liberals, and also they focus on it because they don't really have anything else to talk about. That's it.
And that is what the libs do to us. That is why the libs are likely to end friendships over politics in a way that conservatives simply don't, and all of the social scientific data back that up. It's why why the libs are likely to end friendships over politics.
I have been blocked, ignored, attacked personally by many conservative friends, conservative colleagues on LinkedIn, for example. I have been completely shit on by conservatives. Are you kidding me? I get death threats from neo-Nazis who are far right in their own sense. And then I've gotten blocked, ignored, attacked personally from friends, conservative coworkers. I don't think any of the data backs up that liberals are the only ones that will do that. You're kidding me, right? My conservative friends won't even talk to me anymore. I have a couple that I still interact with because they're not super conservative, they're more moderates, but still, there's no data that backs up liberals are more likely to. Let's look that up. Hold on. Let's look that up, right? Are liberals Let's see what this says. Let's see what this says. I want to know, because if I'm wrong, hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't know everything. It's okay. I'm okay with being wrong. I promise. If I get this wrong, so be it. But I'm curious if that's a real stat, because I get nervous. I get nervous. Whoa, let's look at this one. I get nervous when conservatives cite data, because I recently did a Steven Crowder video where he quite literally misrepresented the own data that he cherry picked to prove, and it didn't prove anything, because he cherry picked the data, and B, he completely misrepresented the own data he picked. He tried to prove that liberals were more, or like the left was more violent, but that wasn't true. I debunked it. Okay. Wow. Okay. I guess young liberals. Okay. I guess liberals. 1 in 5 people say that in. Okay. Liberals across all ages are more likely. Okay. There are no sex differences. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's true. Fine. It's true. Okay. That's fair. But hold on. Interesting. Wow. Okay then. You know what? I think this is interesting. I think I was wrong. The data supports it. This is interesting. I'm just curious here. I'm curious. Well, where is this? Where is this? What is the Skeptic Research Center? Hold on. Who is Kevin J. McCaffrey? Is this the guy that? Is it him? I don't think it's this guy. Hold on. Kevin J. McCaffrey. Well, I'm a little. I don't know. It's hard to find. I don't know. Look, I will give Michael credit here. This might be real. Okay. I just think it's like, I don't think it's entirely fair, because whatever. I'll give him credit. Hey, I'll give him credit. Liberals are more likely to end, friendships over politics. It makes sense, because most of the time, when the stuff's in question, it's like, Roe v. Wade gets overturned, unconstitutional detainment or deportations. It makes sense, that liberals will get a little angry. Or, for example, like when conservatives, when MAGA people did January 6th, right? I can see why liberals would be like, you know what, you're not my friend anymore. What the fuck? Like, I don't want to associate with people like you. I can see why. I wonder why. You can say it's because liberals are snowflakes, but can you also comment? Can we do two things? Can we agree that liberals might be a little soft, and also agree that, hey, maybe your actions are turning them away. Maybe your actions are pushing them away. Maybe your actions are isolating you from the rest of the country. That's my guess. All right, let's keep on.
In a way that conservatives simply don't, and all of the social scientific data back that up. It's why the libs are unwilling to date people who are conservative in ways that conservatives don't feel the same way.
Honestly, I'm married now, but before I met my wife, I could not marry or date a liberal, and I'm not a conservative by any stretch. But liberals, like people my age, liberals are typically too far left. The female liberals that are my age are typically a little too far left for me. Like I support abortion, I support gay rights and all the social issues like pot. Like, who cares, right? But I would say, like, regarding free speech or regarding forcing a church to marry a gay couple, I don't agree with that. I think if conservatives don't want to be involved with it, they don't have to be. If religion wants to say no to gay marriage, then they can. Just the state can't say no. It's the states are not a religious institution, okay? So I would say I'm probably I'm a centrist, probably more so than I am liberal. So I'm married now, but prior to meeting my wife, I was not dating. I was not going on dates with liberal women. I just not knowingly. I just can't. Conservative women are typically a little bit more supportive of, like, masculinity. They're more understanding when a man is just a man. When a man, wants to work out, or a man, is angry about something. Liberals sometimes I feel like liberal women try to suppress masculinity, and I think conservative women are a little more open to it. So again, I'm married, but before I met my wife, I wasn't knowingly doing that. No, why would I? I don't identify with the liberals nowadays, the liberal women and the liberal people, just people in general, like my age, like millennial liberals and Gen Z liberals. I just don't identify with them. They're soft, they're angry, they're emotional. They don't really do the research. They just fight everything purely on how they feel about the subject, and I just can't get behind that.
Media in the schools. Because the libs generally, that first line, Trump does not understand entry and the U.S. In part, it is dehumanizing. Go to hillsdale.edu/Knowles. Edu for the libs because they are unfamiliar. Because they're unfamiliar with what we actually believe, because they're just not exposed to it a lot. Because the libs on the media in the schools.
My father-in-law is already out of town. Every time my father-in-law leaves town, we babysit the one dog. It's a Chiweenie. It's a Chihuahua Dachshund mix. So, and she's our favorite dog. Like we have 3 of our own, but like she's like of their dogs, she's our favorite because they have 3 of their own too. Damn, we could have gotten her. We could have gotten her. Shit. All right, sorry. My wife's on the train right now going to Chicago, so I just want to make sure she's okay. But anyway, I think like regarding liberals and relationships and whatnot. If you're a guy like me, if you're a centrist, you're moderate. Like I'm conservative in some ways, I'm liberal in other ways. I believe in things that seem right to me. That is just my moral compass. Research, data, whatever. Okay. I don't like to buy into propaganda from either side. I certainly don't buy into all the political diversity propaganda from the left. Despite being a proponent of diversity myself, I don't buy into all the over-tolerance that they preach. Okay, like everything has to be accepted and tolerated, and I don't believe in that. But regarding relationships, if you're like me, you're better off, honestly, if you have no choice, you're better off dating a conservative woman, honestly. You're way better off because liberal women are just they're not just, something's wrong with them. I'm serious, okay? There is something wrong, and they didn't used to be liberal. They used to be like, you'd go like to a big city, and they were like artsy, and they'd spend time at like cafes and poetry slams and shit. But the political landscape has shifted significantly since Trump ran his first term, and I'm telling you, they became a little bit more outrage fueled. Everything is seen through the lens of Me Too nowadays. The few good instances where Me Too actually worked are I feel like outweighed by this like ultra sensitivity and ultra hesitancy towards men. Conservative women don't treat men that way. Conservative women welcome masculinity, and I don't just mean conservative women. I mean like conservative or moderate, like centrist women. They're all like they welcome masculinity far more than liberal women do. So if you're like me, you're better off being with someone who's like a centrist and moderate, or maybe like a little right-leaning, and that's it.
Because the libs generally don't have a sturdy understanding of morality, because liberalism comes down to the maximizing of individual autonomy, and that's about it.
That's such a like. That's not even like okay. Oh my god, I want to talk about that. Yeah, that's not really entirely what I believe in. I have morality not because God tells me to, because I just have a general sense of what feels right to me. I don't like when people get sad. I don't like when my actions contribute to someone's sadness or depression or pain. Right? My morality is I don't want to hurt people because I don't like how it feels. I don't want to get hurt myself. I don't like how I feel when I hurt someone else, whether it's on purpose or accidentally. I don't need God to tell me that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with autonomy. I want God. Look, what's crazy is they believe that liberalism is all about autonomy and 100% autonomy. Didn't God give us free will? God gave us free will. If God was real, He gave us free will. So He made us autonomous. If God made me, right, in His image, right? Let's say He's real. We were made in His image. That means I was made to reflect a portion of God, a part of His personality or His mindset, which means my autonomy, my free will, is a direct reflection of what God is like in certain cases, maybe, right? Maybe we're all a fraction of what God truly is. We all, in some way, reflect all of His complex tendencies, right? Maybe we do that. But then you'd have to admit that God's imperfect because there are plenty of horrible people out there. And if God made me in his image, then he probably made them in his image as well. You have to admit that God is not this perfect being, but they'll never do that. Remember, guys, Christians always preach about free will. That's what God gave to us. That was the big gift God gave to us was free will. Okay? So autonomy is not a liberal value. It's inherently a Christian one.
Generally skeptical of every metaphysical and immaterial reality beyond that, because they don't have a sturdy conception of reality, because their views are ultimately.
My perception of reality, I would argue, is a bit more sturdy than yours. Steven Crowder can't even argue in reality when he won't even admit that Melissa Hortman's assassination was purely political. I don't understand what this idea that we don't live in reality is. Because to be honest, to be quite frank with you, oh shit, I need to plug my laptop in. To be quite frank with you, I'm not the one that's cherry picking which assassination is more horrible. I think if we're going to live in the same reality, we have to recognize that it doesn't matter which side gets attacked. Political violence is wrong in general. But whatever.
Ultimately in out of harmony with reality, so that it makes them a little bit angrier. For these reasons and many more, the left can only come to two conclusions about conservatives. It's either that we're stupid or that we're evil. I'm not the first.
I don't think either of those things. I don't think all of conservatives are stupid, and I don't think all of them are evil. I think certain ones are stupid, and I think certain ones are evil. But that you can say that about any group. There are certain liberals that are probably evil and stupid as well. But the fact of the matter is, I don't think you're all stupid. I don't think you're all evil. I think some of you are misguided for the most part. I think you have bought into Trump's personality, and you didn't really see the damage he has caused to the White House or to the presidency in general, or to American integrity in the global landscape. But I don't think you're evil or stupid necessarily. I just think you're misguided. I think you were looking for a leader to tell you how to live. That's the Christian mentality. That's what they do. They look to God to help them to live. They look to religious leaders to help them live. They look to politicians. You guys want a hero every generation. You guys had Reagan, and then you had Bush too was well liked on the right, even though he was not that competent. You guys are always looking for someone to look up to. Whether it's God or it's a political figure. Right now, look what you did to Charlie Kirk. He's dead, and within 48 hours, there was they announced a fucking memorial and called him. There's now 1 million Charlie Kirks now because liberals killed him. Liberals didn't kill him, by the way. Although I gave Crowder credit for that. I said, if you have that, then we'll still have the 75% that are mostly right-wing extremists and not just left-wing people. But whatever. My point is this. I don't think you're evil. I just think you guys are so desperate to have someone to lead you. You need someone to think for you. Look, you made Charlie Kirk into a martyr. Now you're all saying, we're Charlie Kirk, we're Charlie Kirk. You get kids going to school with freedom t-shirts and an American flag on their shoulder. I'm like, seriously, dude? All you guys want is someone to lead you and tell you what to do.
First to say it, it's almost become cliche, but it's pretty good. It's cliche for a reason. They have to think we're really powerfully stupid, or for those of us who, I don't know, have a relatively wider vocabulary, or...
You're not stupid, Mike. I think you're really smart. I genuinely think you are. You're okay. I'm going to give him a real compliment. I'm serious. You are just as smart as I am. I'm serious. You and I are probably on the same level. I think you just got here. I think you and I are, I would say, intellectually equals. I just think you're misguided, and I think you genuinely need someone to believe in, which is why you made Charlie Kirk a martyr. You made Trump a martyr despite him being alive. Two attempts, and you're like, oh my God, Trump is, the liberals are trying to kill him. He's a martyr. We need to worship and believe in him. I think you guys just want someone to tell you what to do. That's it. You just want someone to tell you how to live. You want a clear-cut set of rules so you don't have to make difficult decisions. That's it. I don't think you're evil. You just want to be told how to live. And honestly, most people want to be told how to live. Most people don't want to make decisions on their own. Most people want a figure to think for them. They join the military, and then now they have officers thinking for them. They go to work, and they work at a company for 50 years, and they have a boss telling them what to do. They get married, and then they have a wife. Or in Christians' cases, conservative Christian cases, they have a husband telling them what to do. You guys just want to be told how to live. And I don't fault you for that, but I'm not going to sit here and like just accept your lies because I take pity on how weak you are to live on your own. You were given, God gave you free will, right? You should use it instead of waiting for a savior to tell you how to live.
Have been in positions of power or gone to elite.
I really wish I can go on one of these guys' shows and talk to them about this. I genuinely mean it. I don't want a gotcha conversation. I don't want drama or like going on Piers Morgan and yelling at 3 conservatives. I want a real conversation. I want to be like, listen, dude, I don't think you're evil. I just think you're misguided. I just think you want to be told how to live. And I feel bad that you don't have the courage to do it on your own.
Elite institutions or for those who can't just be written off as dumb, stupid Bubba sucking his thumb, they have to conclude that we're evil. You could be the most generous.
You're not evil. I promise. You're not. You probably give to charity and you seem to care about things on issues on your side. You think you're right. I just think you want someone to think for you. I don't think you're evil or stupid. I just think you're scared. I think most conservatives are just scared right now. They've been scared for a long time. Let's paste this. I'm streaming. Just debunking. Michael J. Knowles. He claims that liberals think conservatives are evil and stupid. I disagree. I don't. I think conservatives are just misguided. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Yeah. First stream, baby. Oh yeah. Very first.
Risk, Rachel. Look at Charlie. Charlie would be a good example of this. They can't really say he's stupid, right? They couldn't really say it, so he had to be evil. He could be the most.
I think it's so inappropriate right now that they're all using Charlie Kirk as like a means to forward their agenda. I just think it's so gross, dude. It's just so gross. There's one thing to like. It's one thing to like, mourn and feel sad or talk about his political impact, but he's making the connection that, whoa, they thought he was evil, so they killed him for it. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Come on. Like, then if that's the case, if that's true, then every single cop out there, the entire institution of policing is evil for all the black people that they murdered. Seriously? I'm not going to sit here and say Kirk was evil. He was killed by a lonely white guy. You know how many people are killed by lonely white guys? But if you're going to say he was killed because he was evil, because they thought he was evil, then I'm going to sit here and say that every single black person, every single cop that did it, or white boy that shot up a black church, or every single shooting was perpetuated because they hate liberals. They think we're evil. Come on.
Gracious, generous guy, peaceful, doesn't matter. He has to be evil, and they have to celebrate his.
What about Melissa Hortman's death? Was she killed because you think she was evil? I think he might think she was evil because she was, she supported abortion. I think she was pro-abortion, and the shooter had like a list of other pro-abortion lawmakers and advocates. So is Michael gonna sit there and say, oh, they thought he was evil, so they killed him, but then commit the same exact sin of slyly thinking, yeah, well, Melissa Hortman died because she was actually evil because of the abortion thing. I guarantee you he believes that. Hypocrite.
Murder at the No Kings protests. Not just like fringe Antifa operatives. Elementary school teachers are going to celebrate his murder and laugh about it and joke about it at the No Kings rally. They have to.
I think we'll stop here. We'll just stop this video. I condemned Kirk's the people that were celebrating his death. Okay. Okay. I condemned it. I was on Substack and Threads saying this is wrong. We should not be celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. Political violence is evil. I don't want my opponents to be murdered. I just want them to be in better faith when they talk about topics like this. You know what I mean? I think it's wrong to celebrate someone's death. So I don't, man. I didn't support it. I condemned it. All liberals should condemn people celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. I think that's common sense. What do we got? What else are we gonna watch today? Disney admits it needs white actresses. Ugh, whatever, dude. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Do you know how many like movies have white actresses? You know what I mean? Who cares about, they're casting black people. Oh my god, what is this, 1942? We can't cast black people anymore? Holy shit. There's like 1,000 Hallmark movies with the same white chick. Literally, there's like 1,000 Hallmark movies right now. It's like Christmas ones, okay? With the same 3 white women. They like recycle them out. Okay, it's your turn now. All right, you were in the last one. Now you have to kiss a hot blonde guy. Awesome. Isn't that great? Hey, we're Hallmark. We make the same shitty fucking Christmas movie every year. I don't care about casting black people. Maybe we should cast more black people. Maybe the Hallmark movies will be better. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Let's watch. Honestly, let's watch.
But I am running.
This is Sydney Watson. She's Australian, mate. She's an Aussie conservative, mate. Hello. I'll show you a knife. That's a knife.
A 50% off sale on my site.
No, I'm not listening to your what do you call it? To your products. Don't plug me on tea. I don't. No. We're skipping your ad reads, dude. No, I don't make money from this shit. I'm broke.
Now, some of you may
may
not remember, but back in early 2025, Disney decided to stop production of its live-action adaptation of the film.
I just want to be clear right now. I don't care about live-action adaptations. I just think it's a cash grab. I think I'm not the only one that says that. I'm sure everyone else says that too. Like, who cares? I don't need to see Tangled, in ultra 8K, with someone's pores on the screen. Just make me a cartoon and just shut up. That's all I care about. I don't need to see Tangled, rebooted with live actors. Like, who cares? Like, whatever. But it's a moneymaker. The kids like it. And honestly, some of the parents who grew up watching that probably like it too.
Tangled, which was originally released in 2010. For those of you who don't know, Tangled is Disney's version of Rapunzel, and it's very cute. And I like the horse Maximus, and Mother Gothel is kind of a vibe. I don't know what to tell you. The original film did reasonably well with audiences, grossing almost $600 million.
Wow, holy fuck, that's a lot of money. Okay, I know why they're making live-action reboots now. God damn. $500 million movie right there. That's insane. For what? A movie about a girl with long hair? Jesus.
Which is likely why Disney decided it would take a run at it as its next remake victim. However, and I do always love when there's a however, after their remake of Snow White fell in an absolute heap this year.
Yeah, I just can't believe how that movie fucking fell apart. I mean, look at this. What is this? Come on. You can show me Thanos and his ball section, but you can't give me a real dwarf? I mean, come on. What? Okay. Can I show you something? Okay, this is legal. We're not gonna look at anything gross. Okay, you can't hire a real dwarf. I'm gonna show you something. Okay, I'm gonna show you something. I've never looked it up before. I'm sure it's real. It's on here. Okay, because everything's on YouTube. Midget wrestling. Oh, come on. Of course, midget wrestling. You can't hire them. Where are they? Look at this guy. He's massive. He's kicking ass. He can't be grumpy right now. Cover his tattoos up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, I work out every day. I wouldn't be surprised if he can bench more than me. I'm serious. I'm sure he could. Look at him. This guy's like yoked. Oh, he's gonna get him. Look at him. Oh, the super kick. This is insane. We should watch this full time. I'm serious. You can't hire the Micro Wrestling Foundation to play in Snow White? How hard is it to play a dwarf? You gotta make this weird CGI. Look at what is this? Why is his head so small compared to this guy? This guy's head's huge. Look at this.
Disney finally got the message.
Disney.
It seems that people were over the whole live-action adaptation thing. And more specifically, live-action adaptations that have improperly cast lead actresses.
I'm gonna say something
creepy
right
CGI people.
By the way, if you're just watching right now, if I'm looking down, I'm texting because my wife is in the city, so I want to make sure she's safe.
What am I looking at here? I also have to add for the 40th time at this stage that I don't...
By the way, I think Rachel Ziegler's a bit cringe too. She kind of went too far. The same thing with Brie Larson. Like, they were given this platform. They were given an opportunity to speak out on behalf of women and show that I'm a strong woman actress, blah, 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 blah. And then they just took it too far. Like, the attitude, the sarcasm, just the general vibe they gave off, it just came across as like, I'm an actress. I like what I want to hear from an actor and an actress when they speak is I want to hear like how humble they are and how excited they are about the opportunity and how lucky they feel like they are. I don't want to hear how much better they are than the rest of the world. And that's what killed Brie Larson's career, and that's honestly what killed Rachel Zegler's career.
Quite understand what's live action about a film that is still majority animated. I don't like this. Anyway, Disney went ahead and decided to
You guys want to see
pause.
something crazy? Let me show you something, okay? We're gonna die. I want to watch this because she's pretty interesting, actually. I don't agree with everything she says, but Daily Wire, Snow White. The Daily Wire released a Snow White trailer. Look at this shit.
Once upon a time.
Did this ever release? Because did this ever come out? Come on. What's BetKey? Oh, it's a streaming entry. Did this ever come out? Hold on. Snow White, Daily Wire. Did it ever come out? Oh, they canceled it. Oh, no way. Are you kidding me? Okay, now let's watch the trailer because I'm telling you right now, they really hyped this shit up. Come on.
In time a prince would come. Once upon a...
Why does this look better than Disney's? This looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. I know it'll be like, well, we'll never see it because it won't come out because she, the fuck pop-ups, because she left. I guess she left the Daily Wire, right? Yeah, she quit. Yeah. Yeah, she left. Oh man, over creative disagreements, they made it. They were gonna make a Snow White movie to clown on Disney's, and they couldn't even do it right. I gotta say something. Conservatives talk a lot of shit about liberals, right? But you guys couldn't keep it together. You were trying to meme and joke on liberals in Disney, and you couldn't even pull it together. You couldn't get through a basic disagreement on set. I mean, come on.
Time, but now that time is gone.
This looks really good. I'm so fucking mad that they couldn't keep it locked down. I would have seen this. I wish they could have just kept everything like, oh, let's just agree on things. Don't disagree so much to the point where you scrap the project. I think this would have been really good. Dude, look how dramatic this shit is. I swear, man. Like, this is like, I feel like I'm watching a trailer for Avengers Doomsday, and then the camera pans up and you see Steve Rogers turn his head back. Like you're like, whoa. Like that, the shot opens on Earth. We don't know where, when, where it is, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, they're going through they're going through the street, and maybe the front yard. They go into the house. Like, oh my God, where are we? Is this Avengers? What's going on? Oh my God. And then the camera pans up and you see Steve Rogers turn around. Like, oh, it's Captain America. He's back. This is what they built this trailer up to like do that. That's the emotion that I feel right now. Wow. Too bad they turned the comments off. No way. Too bad, dude. Too bad that you guys couldn't keep it together. Because wow, of course they turned the comments off. You know why? Because people be like, "What the fuck? You guys couldn't keep her on for another year so you can finish your movie?" Unreal.
Was Tangled, which weirdly enough brought relief to a bunch of people. There are entire Reddit threads of people celebrating. I'm not sure what to make of this, but it's here on the internet for you to see. And to some, of course, the timing of this pull was a little bit weird because, number one, if you don't have anything to hide, then why hide anything at all? Which is why there was also a ton of speculation that this Rapunzel would have been anything but white. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your braids, I guess, maybe. I don't know, leave me alone. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw us your weave, maybe? Which, you can't blame people for making that assumption, given Disney's recent track record. How did this man produce this many different racial children?
Wait, what? Are there more mermaids in Snow White? I didn't realize there was just one. Oh, wait, are there more?
Children. Someone please explain this to me. And
what the hell is all this? I didn't know there were like many. I thought there was just one mermaid. I didn't know Ariel had sisters. Like, seriously? That's crazy to me, bro.
Honestly, this wasn't even too far off base, given that black actress Francesca Rivers was potentially going to play
Look,
Rapunzel.
I don't think you should cast a black woman as a white princess if the source material says the princess is white. Ariel is a pasty white girl who lives in the sea, who barely sees any sunlight, and her hair is bright red. Okay, you could have casted Sadie Sink or any redhead, or just give a white actress hair dye and boom, she's Ariel. They did it for what's her face, Amber Heard in Aquaman. She had bright red hair in Aquaman, right? Why change the racial makeup of somebody when the source material says it's not that? Like when they announced the Harry Potter series coming to HBO, they casted like the entire main cast. They already have it out there, and for some reason, John Lithgow is Dumbledore, which good casting. But then Snape is a black guy. I don't understand that at all. I'm not racist or anything, but why would you ever change the source material? It doesn't make any sense. If the character is supposed to be white, well then you should definitely frame that as such. You shouldn't cast somebody else to do it. Just come up with your own material, come up with your own characters. You don't need to cast a black person to play Peter Parker. You can just cast one for Miles Morales. That's easy. I don't like changing the source material. Okay, I don't like that.
In the remake of Tangled. Now, the reason that I don't want to harp on this too much is because it was completely speculative. I could not find any good or trustworthy sources reporting on this, and it may just well have been an internet rumor, but it does go to show.
I'm telling you right now, if Disney does this where they cast a black person to play the Tangled girl, it's gonna bomb. It will bomb, 100%. They should not do this. Okay, this is bad. No one wants to see this. Nobody wants this. Okay, just stick to the source material. If you want to make a movie about a black princess, make the Princess and the Frog. Isn't she black? Right? Princess and the Frog. Yeah. Oh my God. There's a literal movie with a black princess. Just easy. Holy shit. I don't understand this. Disney's just Disney. They don't know what they're doing right now.
That people have been subjected to this so much that they fully believed that Disney would be so crazy as to cast.
All right, cool. Well, let's just this is interesting, but let's move on. Honestly, what else is what's this? Asmongold.
Listen to this. These are 2 illegal aliens in the country.
I don't want to talk about this. I don't care. I don't care. I know Asmongold won't be charitable. He'll say some garbage. I mean, what is okay?
That have 3 kids and they have a home and they have $133,000.
Whatever. You know what? They're contributing to the economy. Let's get them naturalized so they can keep being here because they pay taxes. I'm sure, right?
In bad debt.
Well, you guys also have debt. How much debt you guys have? Oh,
Yeah.
over $100,000 of debt. That's not even.
How the fuck is that even real?
That's not even the house. Literally. Wow, $130,000 of debt that is not the house.
Man, they're dreamers. Well, it's time to wake up.
Yikes, dude.
That's what I think.
I don't know, dude. I mean, just look, make them citizens. I'm serious. Make them citizens, and then they can pay taxes here and get debt consolidation and take care of this shit here. I don't. You shouldn't deport people. Okay, get them. They're here. They're contributing. I don't know. It's complicated. I don't think Asmon's the right person to talk about it. And I'll be quite frank. I don't even know if I'm the right person to talk about it. I just think it's on surface level. These people, they have kids here. They have a home. They probably have jobs here. They're working. Get them naturalized. Make them citizens, and then get them working and paying taxes here. And then hey, if they're in debt and they lose their house, at least they can lose it as citizens, right? They can lose it the American way. The bank can foreclose, and they can be on the streets that way. I'm just saying, though, get them here working, contributing, paying taxes. They might be better for them. I don't know. What's next? Let's not watch all this. What else can we watch? Let's go over to YouTube Premium. YouTube. Jimmy Lee breaks into our studio and gets confronted. Whatever. Why do they still talk to this guy, bro? They can do better than this. Oh, that was a year ago. Never mind.
When you guys want to make $20, Not particularly.
All you have to do is scream.
Nope.
What about 40, 60, 80,
We're not gonna scream.
100?
Nope.
What about you, miss? You want to make $20? 40, 60,
No, not money.
200. I got 200 right here.
No, it's okay.
All right, Walmart. I'm gonna get someone to scream.
I do it for $5, dude. I don't care.
It's going to be a random guy, and before he even offers him the money, he's going to scream.
And if y'all want to make a quick 20?
Yeah.
All you gotta do is scream.
As loud as I can?
Loud as you can, bro.
Ah! Is that good? Bet. Thank you, Dad.
he could have waited. He could have said, that's fine.
I don't think anybody in this debate can name me a high-ranking elected Democrat who has called Donald Trump Hitler.
Well, Vance did it. He's not a Democrat, but he definitely called Trump Hitler.
Feel like that is just a softball. Dude, first rule of debate, do not ask questions to which you do not know the answers. Oh boy.
I don't think anybody can. When did Kamala Harris call Donald Trump Hitler?
October of 2024, Kamala Harris said on the campaign trail, Donald Trump vowed to be a dictator on day one. His former chief of staff said he wanted generals like Hitler's. Donald Trump openly admires dictators, including Adolf Hitler.
What is going on with Harry Sisson?
Hey, I just want to say something here. You know, why are they bringing Harry on Piers Morgan? He's a clown. Like, he's a clown on Twitter. He's a liberal clown. Why are we bringing him on there? Like, he doesn't even take it seriously. I'm just blown away, dude. And by the way, you could just say, hey, Isabel, you know, or what? Yeah, Isabel. What about JD Vance? He called Trump Hitler. What about him? Like we should all agree. Maybe we all agree. I'll be charitable. Bring me on the show. We should all agree that regardless of your political affiliation, you don't call somebody Hitler. Maybe you just don't do that. It's common sense. Oh, fuck this, man.
I had a Minecraft-themed birthday party, and this is what
Is that a Skibbity toilet?
people got me for my birthday. So obviously, first we have Skibbity Toilet.
Hold on.
That's
what is this? What is this?
Christmas style is ridiculous.
Holy shit. That's what this is? That's okay. Wait, what? It's live? They're doing Skibbity live right now? The fuck boom. Is this where Skibbity came from? Part 2. Skibbity Toilet 79. What is this? It's like a battle, dude. Oh my god. Should we get into this? Should we get deep into the lore? My wife is in the city. Okay. Glad you're there safe. Awesome. I'll make sure she's okay. I love her. Okay, let's what is this? This is impressive, dude. Oh, it's like the Matrix. Who are the good guys? What is that? What are those? All right, we're like, this is too deep into the lore, so let's go back. Oldest. No, big smoke. Where's the toilet shit? 7 years ago. No. They do a lot of video game stuff. Hold on. Season 1, full screen. Wait a minute.
What the heck is going on
Okay, then. I feel like I'm getting brain rot watching this bullshit right now. I'm getting brain rot right now. You have set humanity back 70 years. So I'm confused. What is this? What is this lore though? Like I'm confused. What is this? Okay, hold on. I want to know what. Holy shit! Look at all this. Hold on. We have to like go back a little bit. I have to see something here. Okay. Skibbity toilet 39. Okay, what's this? What? Oh, the television. Oh. Wow, dude, this is insane, man. All episodes.
This my style is ridiculous.
What the fuck, dude? Okay, hold on. Okay, it's in order. Got it. Well, okay. What is this? This is insane. Okay. Well, I feel like my brain is being rotted to the core. Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Brain rot. Okay, ready? Shorts. Brain rot. The end of Italian brain rot. What are these AI videos, dude? Oh my god. No fucking way.
Don't you want to be younger and more beautiful? I think I'm kind of happy the way. Hey, it's not that. Don't you want to be younger and more beautiful? I think I'm kind of happy the way I am. Let me show you what it does. Let myself out. No. Wait. Guess how old I am. How old do I look? What the hell are you doing? Oh, good, you're here. Did you bring more? I'm all out. Who is she? Did you bring it? Yeah, I did.
What the fuck is this? Oh, is this Grimm? Oh, yeah, this is Grimm. Okay.
Hey, it's not that complicated, okay? You start right here with a Mark Wahlberg. He's out of breath. He's giving it everything he's got. And then as you slowly start to catch your breath, you can turn that into the lovingly sarcastic Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, of course, Canadian, throws the chin. And who else does that?
That's pretty good.
Jim Carrey, who also has a tendency to throw the chin and over-enunciate his words. He's really a fan of articulation. Speaking of which, if you start really focusing on the articulation, you add a little bit of a southern twang in there, maybe a little bit of a whistle, if you will. That's where you start to get that Matthew McConaughey. He starts squinting. And once he starts squinting, we start playing with the pitch. We go high and low, and oh, there we've got
what is this guy? Patrick Warburton. Yeah. That's his best one.
That's our Patrick Warburton, you know him from B-Movie.
That's his best one.
I'm sure. And of course, he's not that far from, Dwayne Johnson. And for me, Dwayne is going to be a little bit different.
This is pretty good. This is pretty damn good. Oh,
from The Rock. He's not in the wrestling ring, but he is, a big guy, big actor. And
The Rock talks.
And we will be free to spell.
Norse mythology expert. Here we go.
Men are so simple. They only want to die one of two ways, either in a sword fight or drowning in her pink taco. Both of these are honorable warriors' deaths that get them into Valhalla.
Hello, my name is Marshall. I study Norse mythology, and I have evidence from 800 years ago that what she said is absolutely correct. Now, this is from the University.
Yeah, she is right.
Pittsburgh website. Now, this is called the Pogamal. For those that don't know, this is a amalgamation of poems and advice from Odin or the High One. You will quite literally see where Odin says, "This is every man or maiden who shall fall by the stroke of a sword or by the loss of breath from the thighs of a maiden shall be welcomed into Valhalla by me, Odin." Without a
whole bullshit. Odin, Valhalla, verse. Hold on. That's not real. I don't believe it. Man. I don't believe it. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. Yeah, I don't think that's real. There's no way that's real. He made that up.
Shadow of a doubt, the Pogamal stanza 69 100% proves that.
The Pogamal? Oh, no. This is a trap. Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay, this video is for myself 36 years ago. Little Michael, if you are watching this right now, I have huge news for you. You know this toy? Right, this one that doesn't make any sense, the Think It Through tiles from 1989 with all the letters inside and the tiles. Well, I finally figured out how you're supposed to use it. You take the puzzle book, and when you want to solve a problem, you take that number tile. Okay, this is tile number 1 for problem number 1. 15 divided by 5, that's 3. Now, you find the answer 3 down in the answer box. Where is 3? There it is. Okay. The 3 is in box B. So you take problem number 1 and you put it in box B. Now for problem number 2, you'll see that it's 21 divided by 3, that's 7. Find the 7, it's in J. That means that 2 goes in J. Now just continue doing this. Mm-hmm. Okay, once you've got the tiles where they're supposed to go, this is what you do. You close the case, and then you do a little hot dog style rotation top over, like this, and then open it up, and you'll find a pattern has been made by the shapes on the backs of the tiles. Now look at the problem page, and compare the pattern here with the pattern you've made. Dude, I nailed it! That's how it's supposed to work. You have a lot to look forward to. I've been playing this all day, and it is a blast. I've kind of become a bit of an expert. Think it through, more like through.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, Vsauce. Michael here. Gas. Hi. Bet you.
來讀一遍。I want to drink strawberry milk。哇，你咪讀到好似日本仔咁唔得㗎。聽我讀一遍啊。係。I want to drink strawberry milk。哦，すごい，是吧？那我教你个方法，学完马上会的，很简单。那首先呢，你刚刚这2个词怎么读的 ？I want to。咩 I want to 啫？你講啲咩語言嚟㗎？直接把它變成 wanna。wanna。哎，對對，很好啊。剛剛這個你怎麼讀的？這個詞 drink。你剛剛被人打㗎。後面這個 K 哈，不用讀得這麼重 ，drink。drink。對 ，drink。drink 非常好哈。來，這個詞你剛剛怎麼讀的 ？strawberry。嘿，我都唔知你噏乜。這個詞是讀 strawberry。strawberry。對，加一點海綿寶寶的聲音 ，strawberry。strawberry。對，就這樣子了哈。對，來，這個詞你剛剛怎麼讀的 ？milk。唉，你唔識捲脷㗎嘛？你真係嗱，你把後面這個 K 也是淡一點 ，milk。milk。對 ，milk。milk。嗱，很好，你現在保持住這個狀態，把所有我教你的東西放回去，再讀一遍，好不好？3、2、1。I want to drink strawberry milk。拉雜放狗。哎，粉絲，坐到乜嘢？
Oh my.
I like to call myself a conservative, and sometimes it feels like a cop-out to say that I'm a pro-choice conservative. I just don't think I can align the belief that abortion should be banned.
This guy right now, he has massive balls for saying this at a Turning Point conference with Tucker Carlson there, okay? Massive balls. This guy's swinging them, okay?
With the idea that the government should be limited and not infringing within people.
I get what you're saying.
Conservatives believe in small government, yet they want the government to make decisions how you treat your body. I just think it's kind of sad, kind of hypocritical, if you ask me.
So I would just start here. Does government have the right to prevent people from killing each other?
If someone breaks into my property and I act in retaliation, I don't think the government should have the right.
Oh, fuck. No! I spilled a protein shake on my jersey. Okay.
Right to say you can't do that.
I think you're absolutely right. The distinction would be the child didn't actually break in.
This is a stupid point. Here's all I'll say against pro-life conservatives. Oh my God, I have a debate scheduled in 3 minutes, but is she gonna show up or no? Or is she? Yeah, she's not gonna show up. I think she said she was in the hospital, but she said she'd let me know by 10:30. Here's what I would say to conservatives. Okay, hear me out. Okay, hear me out. With abortion, okay, there are legitimate medical reasons. There are safety concerns. If a young girl gets raped, should she be forced to carry out the pregnancy? If a young woman gets pregnant and she can't afford it, or she has mental health issues, or she's an addict, should she be forced to carry the baby, all the way to term? I mean, I don't I don't think so. I think there are plenty of situations where abortion applies. This fear that there will be late-term abortions doesn't really happen often. It's rare when that happens. So I don't really think that the government has any right to say what a woman should do with her own body. And hear me out, though. Okay. My question is, if you don't believe in it, then don't get one, right? Like, don't participate in it. But to take someone else's right away because you don't like it, because it's offensive to you, is completely against, in my opinion, what Republicans stand for. All I hear about Republicans saying is how free speech, Jordan Peterson said it best, free speech means the right to be offensive, to say something offensive, So that's the same thing with abortion. If you don't like it, that's fair. Don't participate in it, but to take the right away from someone else, that who made you? Who put you in that position? You know what I mean? I don't think you're very American if you're advocating for other people's rights to be taken away. So that's just my opinion, but they'll never budge on that.
The child didn't do anything wrong, and the worst thing that you can ever do in life and in the justice system is punish the innocent. Your position would have more credibility. I'm not attacking you at all. Again, I had your position, but
here's what I'm going to say, okay? Okay. Reasons for abortions. Okay. We're going to look at this, okay? We're going to say what the reasons for abortions are, what the statistics behind it support, okay? Because this is a real conversation. This is genuine. Like, there are people who believe in this, and I'm one of them. So let's talk about it, okay? Reasons for abortions. Let's see. Okay. Reasons. Financial circumstances, timing, partner-related. What if you're in a relationship with an abusive man? What if you're with your, well, it would never work. It's hard to say this scenario. Like, what if your wife's abusive and she's pregnant? Like, she probably wouldn't want to get an abortion, but maybe she would. But what if, like, you're with an abusive guy and he beats on you and he raped you or whatever? Okay, get rid of it. Like, what's the point of raising a child from a product of that kind of situation? Financial circumstances. We have an issue nowadays. Healthcare is not affordable. Groceries are barely affordable. Wages don't pay enough. Like, you can get a full-time job like I have, and still not be able to pay for your house, for example. Like, my point is, we live in a very expensive society, and children are one of the most expensive things you can ever produce. Okay, they are insanely expensive. Just to take care of a baby is enough to bankrupt most families. Okay, timing is bad. Emotions and mental health, other responsibilities like their careers or their job, careers or other opportunities or like sports they're playing or whatever, like, or maybe they're in school, maybe they're in college, that kind of health-related, drug, alcohol, tobacco, non-illegal prescription drugs or non-illegal mental health conditions, inability to provide, which is mostly financial reasons. How's that even different? How's it different than, like, it's the same thing, honestly. Okay, not independent or mature enough, influences on family and friends, delays in access abortions, fetal anomalies, life-threatening risks. There are so many reasons to get an abortion. I wish conservatives would be like, you know what, we get it. If it's like the life of the mother, I wish they could just be that charitable. I wish conservatives would be like, in those cases, I guess we can support that. But for the most part, we don't believe in it. But to go so far as to try to take the right away from everyone else is pretty evil, in my opinion. I don't think it's right. I don't think you should be able to influence someone else's ability to do that. If you don't want to participate in it, then that's fine. But to say someone else can't is kind of wrong.
I think I just got the weirdest PR package I've ever received. So I opened the box and it says, got Riz. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this? And then I start opening it. It's Arizona by the Rizzler. Already, it's a lot. And then when you open it...
That's funny.
What the fuck? Okay, let's move. Hello? Why am I getting this? Is it signed? Wait, this is signed. What the fuck?
Weird.
Am I gonna?
What I hate.
I think.
Hold on. Does it come with a Does it come with a drink? Whoa. Oh, it does. Oh, nice. I kind of want that, actually. Are you serious, dude? Bro, wait. Are you kidding me?
And of course, you can't have.
Are you shitting me? I want that. That's sick. That's insane.
What I hate in movies is when people who have magic powers just go like this. So I always try to find like a cool...
Does the US flag contain more red?
Man, they really thought they were cooking with this. They thought they were going to get like a whole franchise with this movie, and I didn't think it was bad. I just think it came out at the wrong time. I don't think people really care about Dungeons and Dragons like that, you know. But it was a cool movie. But they really thought they were going to get a whole franchise on this.
Does the US flag?
Look, I was wrong. Are they making? Hold on. Are they making a Dungeons and Dragons? Dungeons and Dragons. Are they making another one? Oh yeah. So they're not gonna. Yeah. Okay. Got it. It's probably not gonna happen.
Does the US...
I don't think enough people talk about how insane Teddy Roosevelt was. Before even becoming president, bro had some terrible luck. On Valentine's Day in 1884, he lost both his mother and his wife on the same day. Overcome with grief, he retired from his government position in New York, moved to the Dakota Territory, and became a cowboy. Just a couple years into his new life as a cattle rancher, a rough winter wiped out half of his $80,000 investment, which was more than $1 million in today's money.
Holy shit!
He ended up moving back to New York, and even after all those hardships, he still ended up becoming president of the United States. He was also an experienced boxer who one time got into a bar fight after a dude called him Four Eyes. He had guns in both hands, but Teddy still got up and gave him a right-left combo, and he fell to the ground and Teddy took his guns away. And even after becoming president of the United States, he would still stage boxing matches at the White House with anyone who would fight him, including professional
Are you shitting me?
boxers. After a punch from one of his military aides left him blind in one eye, he quit boxing and took up jiu-jitsu instead. And yes, if it wasn't
Bullshit. Did he actually do that? Wow.
obvious, the teddy bear is named after Teddy Roosevelt, but he also has the record for the most presidential pets, including owning an actual bear. He named it Jonathan
Bro, that's insane.
Edwards and ended up donating it to the Bronx Zoo. But the craziest stuff about him comes after he was done being president. He ran as a third-party candidate for a third term called the Bull Moose Party, and while giving a speech in 1912, he was shot. He stood up and said, "Friends, I shall ask you to be as quiet as possible. I don't know whether you fully understand that I have just been shot," and proceeded to speak for another hour, until going to the hospital where x-ray shows that the bullet was lodged in his ribs. He got 27.4% of the vote, the most in history for any third-party candidate. And after losing the re-election, he embarked on a 58-day journey through the Amazon rainforest to chart an unmarked area called the River of Doubt, which nearly killed him multiple times. When he eventually
Dude, this guy's a fucking beast. Hold on.
died a couple years after complications from that expedition, the vice president said this quote, "Death had to take him sleeping, for if Roosevelt had been awake, there would have been a fight." I don't think enough people...
There's been a heavy sticking point for the Republicans surrounding healthcare for illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Initially, it was Mike Johnson coming out and saying, we don't want illegal immigrants to get funding dollars from these ACA subsidies. On the flip side, you come out and say,
Yeah, I was like conservatives know this, but they lie about it. Illegal immigrants, like, they can't even afford healthcare, and they often pay more in premiums than regular citizens do, right? So I don't understand, like, they don't know anything about the system that they claim to defend.
You cannot reason with this level of nonsense.
Who is this guy, dude? All he does is say these little intros, and then he lets the video play. At least I'm talking about the shit.
We made a four-dimensional...
Do students understand what professors can see behind the scenes when you actually submit your paper to Canvas? Or do you just need me to show you? Because I'm a TA, and I feel like I need to expose like what we can actually see behind the scenes so that you guys have an idea and that you guys can prepare yourself and advocate for yourself. I have a student's paper pulled up here. I'm going to show you in Google Docs. Okay, so basically when we pull this up, it's a midterm paper that I'm grading right now. And what I use to grade this, that my professor requires me now, is this tool from GPT-0 called the Review Writing Tool. And he has me first click Scan for AI. And this is just going to scan the paper, and we see that it's human. Okay, great. We know the student didn't use AI to write the paper. However, the next way we prove this, and this is scary, guys, and this is crazy, is this watch writing report. And we click this button, this pulls up a video of the student writing the paper in real time.
What?
Basically, we see all the front spaces, all the back spaces, all the pastes, all the edits. See how it's like showing how he's like literally typing it? And then there's this typing analysis that says if it's natural or unnatural sounding. And this is a natural sounding paper that wasn't used by AI because of the pauses, errors, and proof of effort. Do students understand what professors can see behind the scenes when you ask?
That's fucking crazy to me.
Think of a number between 1 and 10. Okay. Okay. Multiply it by 9. Okay. Okay.
These are religions that are banned around the world. So North Korea banned Christian.
The negative. Mel, Lainey, you're staying late tonight. Okay, are we doing some more of that deep cleaning? No, we're gonna hit.
You were not a fat little boy.
No, I'm
On your interviews, you always
fat
say...
older boy now, but...
No, that's muscle.
Sure is. My mom says I'm pumped, man.
Is that a fat little boy?
No, it's a marionette.
That is not a fat little
He's not fat. What the hell?
boy.
That face.
He was brilliant scholastically,
But no, it wasn't very funny.
but not very funny. Very serious.
Mother was funny then. She also had a wonderful sight gag we can't do here where she cuts a rubber band in half and goes... That was...
Yeah, that's delightful.
Yeah, that's the one that drives my father like, that's it, I'm leaving. I'm not telling you where I'm going. Oh, Mom, you're going to do this. Oh, no.
Oh my god, dude. Man, I'm so sad that he died. He was so cool.
Watch this. This shit was nuts. Look at this. Hang on.
This guy just played a cheater, but when he reported...
What's a 4-chord song, Benny?
Well, if you want all the greatest hits from the past 40 years, just use 4 chords. Same 4 chords for every song. It's dead simple to write a pop hit.
Really? Just 4?
Yeah, these 4. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4 chords.
Sorry, let me get this straight, Chicken Little. What you're trying to say is you can take those 4 chords, repeat them, and pump out every pop song ever. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Everybody acts like questioning election results is this brand new thing. I'm like, I remember when Gore and Bush did this thing with the hanging chat and all that. Like, it's not.
Okay,
like,
I don't know where you want to go. Yeah, you live in it's like talking to my mom. You live in a fantasy world.
Look, the difference between Gore and Bush was that when that happened, there wasn't an insurrection that happened at the Capitol. There wasn't rioting and violence and people rushing in asking, "Where's Pelosi? Where's Nancy Pelosi?" Like, that didn't happen. Okay. Holy shit! Like, why even make the comparison?
You live in a
This
fantasy
is
world.
actually like talking to people in my family too.
That's okay. Yeah, you live in a fantasy world. Nothing that you're saying is true. Donald Trump gave a speech for an hour plus. He wanted there to be violence at the Capitol. That was the plan the entire time. We know that because of conversations that he had with private counsel beforehand, and we know because he sat and he watched the Capitol be rioted at for 3 hours, and he did nothing about it. People were outside chanting, "Hang Mike."
He sat in his office and drank a Diet Coke and didn't do shit about it.
Pence. He was evacuated from his office, and then he was evacuated to an underground bunker where Trump didn't even call he didn't even call him to check on him. Okay, and as he's down in his bunker, he's looking at his phone where Donald Trump is tweeting, "Mike Pence has failed us." Okay, he didn't do what needs to be done. Like, the idea.
How can you sit there and defend him? How can you sit and defend Trump when he's so blatantly just pissed all over the Constitution? Like, he let it happen. He let it happen. He did. He encouraged it.
Yeah, that this all just happened by accident, and the Democrats have done the same thing. No, they haven't. The Democrats have never let
This has never happened in history. The Democrats have never stormed the Capitol. Okay.
a mass protest insurrection at the Capitol building to circumvent the certification of the vote. That's never happened ever. And the idea that you're going to string together some series of quotes from people and pretend that this is the same thing as Donald Trump giving an hour-and-a-half speech about how every single swing state election was stolen, you will never find anything that is the equivalent of that. Even bringing up Gore v. Bush is a joke.
What I want is conservatives to genuinely like give me proof. Tell me, show me that this has happened before, because I'm telling you right now, it never has. Never has.
Because despite the unpopularity of that Supreme Court case, they accepted the results of the election, just like how Hillary conceded the very night of.
Yes, the night of when she lost. She called them to congratulate him. I'm pretty sure.
The election to Donald Trump, as opposed to Donald Trump, who tried to win, who tried to claim victory the night of before the votes had even been counted. It's not even close to the same thing.
Everybody acts like questioning election results is this brand new thing. I'm like, I remember when Gore and Bush did this thing, the hanging chat and all that. Like,
I was watching the Katie Porter thing. Do we have any footage of Katie Porter this week having a meltdown? Show that, because I have a question I would like to ask about that.
So you don't? I feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. I don't want to keep doing this.
This is insane. This is insane. Like, we have a problem. We have a problem with what do you call it? We have a problem with liberal politicians. Like, to not even answer a question, to get so offended when she asked about, was I think the 40% of Trump voters, if she needed that, or if she was going to try to get that portion of the vote. Like, this is insane. This is unhinged. She should not be running for office. She should be flipping burgers.
I call it. Thank you. And the state could lose. You're out of my shot.
Wow.
Now,
holy shit, I didn't see that part.
See, it's getting applause. Okay.
Oh, dude.
What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something in
That's
your
kind
life
of-
you complaining about and you're not changing it. Could be your relationships, your body, your health.
Oh, guys, this is my little cousin Leo.
Hey guys.
I don't think enough people talk about
New Hassan slop drop. Can you shut the when it comes to black folks? You really don't want to talk about us unless it comes from voting. When is the last time you spoke about Sudan? I'm gonna through you. Any other black folk want to engage in radical activist language in this chat? Suck my okay? Careful. You stupid, moronic, fucking rad-lib nonsense. Suck my you.
Okay, we're good. Hassan's whole audience, their streamer's life flashing before their eyes every time he says something.
Holy shit, dude. I swear. Like, the mask is off. He doesn't care about black people. He only cares about them because in the way that they can serve him. They can serve his political agenda. Somebody said it. Yeah, the way Hassan says folk, you know he hates them.
You think you have a pass in here to speak like this? You think I'm gonna baby you? Sweetie, you don't understand black people. Shut the up.
I don't think he does. I don't think he genuinely cares. I think they're props to him, just like Kaya is a prop to him. I think they're props. They're a means to a political end. I don't think he actually has a value that he sees in them. I don't think he respects them. I don't think he respects what they go through. I think
It's almost impossible.
A tool for
New Hassan.
push his agenda.
It's almost impossible for a TV show to have no bad episodes, but here are TV shows where every single episode has an 8 out of 10 or higher rating. But for some that barely miss the list, like Mr. Robot has one episode with a 7.9, an amazing show though. Session starts with 4 straight 7 out of 10s, but then every other episode after that is an 8 out of 10 or higher. Despite Avatar The Last Airbender being one of the highest rated series of all time on IMDb, it actually has lots of 7 out of 10 episodes. Sopranos comes in with only 4 7 out of 10s. If you just ignore the terrible final season of Game of Thrones, otherwise it only had 1 7 out of 10 in season 5. But Peaky Blinders has every single episode with an 8 out of 10 or higher, well deserved, one of my favorites of all time. Of course, yes, Breaking Bad, Better Call.
My wife and I just finished that last night. It's incredible.
Israel is the only place that can argue both at the same time. No. They are both David and Goliath. They are the strongest in the region. They are also the most hunted in the region.
Did you see that video? No, it's bananas.
Bro, okay, I have proof now. I have proof that all these people do is they take a Joe Rogan clip of him saying, "Oh, have you seen that video? It's bananas. Pull it up." And then they'll splice a completely random clip that I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan didn't even reply to. So now they're just using Rogan. They're just using Rogan to react to random shit that they're picking. This isn't even real anymore. We don't even have real content anymore. It's all bullshit.
You think Piers is so offensive?
Well, what costs more to make, GTA 6 or these things?
GTA 6 pretty expensive, bro.
So I'll tell you how much GTA 6 costs to make at the end of the video.
Is there anything positive about Israel? Is there anything positive about this country, or everything is bad? Are we the vicious? Are we the evil one?
No, I don't.
Is there anything positive?
Israel's evil. I don't think Israelis are evil. I just think the government is misguided. I think Netanyahu should be out of power. I think he's probably pretty evil, to be honest with you. I don't think that they have any plan to help the Palestinian people. I don't think Israelis are wrong. I don't think the Jews are evil. I just think the government is bad. I don't think the military was given the right orders. That's all. You can't blame the civilians. You just can't. I think the fact of the matter is the government's bad. They're probably not good. Netanyahu's bad. He should not be in power. He should have been ousted a long time ago. There needs to be a way to peacefully, help the Palestinians and make sure the Israeli citizens don't get killed or murdered either. Like, there needs to be a way for them all to coexist with one another. And I don't think the IDF can do that. I don't think Netanyahu can do that. I think it might come down to intervention from other countries, like maybe people in NATO, maybe the UN countries can help with that. But I don't know if Israel, the government is equipped for that kind of solution, honestly. Hold on a second. Great. Let's keep going.
While the movies were plenty graphic, Welcome to Derry cranks up the violence. Even the first episode features moments far more disturbing than anything in either It films. I have read many places and seen many quotes that the first episode is something special. The bigger change, however, is that the terror here.
Before I even say anything, I just want to acknowledge the fact. I want to acknowledge the fact that we are right now on stolen land, and that we are on indigenous land, and that we are on original Mexican land right now.
I don't want to hear indigenous bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Okay, listen, I'm so sorry that the Europeans came over and genocided you and gave you diseases. I don't support that. I don't, okay? But I wasn't here for that. My ancestors weren't here for that. My people came way after that happened, okay? My people, I think, came in like the early 1900s, okay? So we weren't even here for all that shit, okay? I'm sorry that happened to your people. I'm so sorry, okay? But at some point, okay. What I have a problem with, and I want to have a conversation. Maybe I can have a conversation with that the Modern Warrior. He's a huge channel, and creator, like indigenous creator, right? Maybe he and I can have a conversation, because here's the problem I have here, okay? If you're like bitching on TikTok with your iPhone about how it's stolen land, where you're wearing your Dodgers jersey, I'm like, bro, you're privileged. You have wealth privilege. You have money. You have an Apple Watch. You have an expensive jersey you're wearing, complaining about stolen, conquered land or whatever. Like, come on, dude. At some point, like, you're here. You're several generations removed from that. Either assimilate and keep participating in the culture that you're in with your expensive phone and your jersey and your watches and your social media accounts, right? Or go somewhere else. Honestly, I'm serious, because like I'm so sick of hearing the complaints. Okay? All I hear about are like these millennial or Zoomer indigenous people with phones and expensive clothing and platforms complaining about how the white people stole their land. Meanwhile, you're literally benefiting from the system that you complained about. I'm just tired of it, dude. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of the complaining. The photos at Mount Rushmore where they flip off the sculpture. They flip it off because they hate the white conquerors. I'm like, guys, you're literally capitalists. You might as well be white capitalists, right? It's not like you're poor living in a small plot of land that you can't escape from. No, you can go anywhere in America as an indigenous person, especially like colleges or jobs. You can get like scholarships for just being indigenous. Like, holy shit, you have so many advantages nowadays. But all these people do is seem to complain. Oh, I'm so I think it's stolen land. I'm like, bro, why is that my problem? Like, I didn't steal it from you. I came here way after the fact, by the way. Like, I'm not generational. I came here probably my people came here in like the 1900s. So again, like, you're literally complaining as you're on your iPhone on your TikTok account with 50,000 subscribers that you've monetized. Like, oh, I just don't want to hear about the fucking conquered native indigenous bullshit anymore. I just don't. Not when you guys have so much privilege nowadays.
All right, here's Mao at his iconic moment. He's proclaiming the victory of the communists in the Chinese Civil War. Once he won the Civil War, he imposed a social revolution. What's that? It's more than a political revolution. You're not just replacing the government, you're going to wipe out entire social classes. And I don't mean then, hey, here's your one-way ticket out of here kind of way. No, a social revolution is, here's a mass grave, dig it, and then you're in it kind of way. If you look at these statistics of Chinese deaths, it gets really quite ugly. There are more Chinese civilian deaths than all deaths in World War II. And then for those of you who think the Chinese are all great long-term strategists, you need to ponder these numbers.
I gotta go to the bathroom, so wait, just let's pause this. I'll be right back. I can't hold it anymore. I've been streaming for like an hour and a half, so I'll be right back. All right, we're back, chat. We're back, fam. We're back. I need to figure out how to do this. Like, we have another thing to... Hold on. I'm still getting used to how to use OBS. Where is this? Oh, chat. There's a chat function on here. Let's do that. Okay. Let's check. Okay. Cool, man. This is really exciting. I'm really excited about this, honestly. Oh, cool. Okay. All right, let's keep going.
What is the Andromeda paradox?
You know what I want to talk about? I want to talk about a fitness influencer that is posting a lot of like white supremacist rhetoric. Let's look at something. Okay. All right. So this guy, Kenny Ko, okay, is a fitness influencer who does he says founder of Natty or Not. So like he goes to these bodybuilding competitions and stuff, and he like talks to people, says, "Oh, are you natty?" He asks some questions. It's cool, like it's fun content. It's interesting to like you know, challenge those people who claim they're natty, or sometimes they'll just like talk about it and they'll say they are not natty and they admit it. But this is his content, okay? So I want to talk to you about something though, because let's go to his actual Twitter, right? Kenny Ko. Yeah, this guy's a Nazi. This guy's a fucking absolute Nazi. I don't know why. I genuinely don't know. But this guy's legitimately on X, like mask up, calling himself the Fourth Reich. Join the resistance, lightning bolt, with a Nazi hat. Talking to this fucking guy, Paul Miller, who's a legit neo-Nazi. Calls himself the Gypsy Crusader. Holy shit, dude. We are cooked as a society. Wow. He's saying not a single human brain was found. Let's look at. Oh my god, this guy's insane, dude. This is like, what is wrong with YouTube nowadays? With Jake Shields, another well-known neo-Nazi. Look at with the salute. Like, what is happening here? What's going on? Like, what? Wow, he's reading the best, which is supposed to be Mein Kampf, right? Austrian painter. Completely, like dismissing the atrocities that Hitler is responsible for. This guy's, I just wanted to say this real quick. This Kenny Ko guy is an absolute loser. 100% a loser. 100% a Nazi, okay? Definitely a neo-Nazi.
Have you ever purchased any?
I don't think anybody...
If there is a natural disaster in a state...
I don't think anybody in this...
I just want conservatives to stop bringing on Harry Sisson and bring on people like me. I'll have a real conversation. I'll put a suit on and I'll go on TV, comb my hair and whatnot. Have a real conversation, but they don't want that. They want low-hanging fruit. The only thing that Jack or Isabel or Pierce can do is go up against weaker conservatives, and Harry is a weak conservative. Look, he's like a little Twinkie boy. Like, look at him, okay? He's not a tough, powerful, masculine presence, a commanding presence. He's a little twink. All they do is it's just low-hanging fruit. That's all it is.
If there is a natural disaster...
He debunked every other religion in less than a minute.
I really don't have to do...
He debunked every other religion in less than a minute.
In all the Eastern religions and all...
I really don't have to do anything to highlight the absurdity.
No, Poppy, no!
You talking about no, Poppy?
Was that loved?
Back in the 1970s, a group...
Okay, this is my favorite movie extra of all.
People in the States must be thinking like, well, I guess...
There's nothing wrong with your accent. For the longest time, they said my accent is a problem. I said, no. It's not a problem. The problem is, and here's where we go deep. Your whole life, you've learned the mouth movements to speak the Indian language. Then when you go speak the English language, you're now using Indian mouth movements to speak the English language, which are the wrong set of mouth movements to speak this particular language, but no one teaches us this. And I use the Vietnamese mouth movements to speak the English language, therefore, accent and lack of clarity. So what did I have to do? Learn the set of English mouth movements. Completely changed me. There's nothing wrong with your accent. For the longest time, they said my accent is a problem. I said, no.
Cool.
Baisha is a Chinese epithet meaning naive.
Hello again.
Bianca Balti, who is a model and a former Victoria's Secret angel from 2005 to 2007, she underwent a double mastectomy a couple...
Oh, bless you.
While the debate was going on, Andrew Cuomo's campaign posted and then quickly deleted this AI-generated ad.
What about There's just so much slop online, honestly. Like, it's just crazy to me. There's just so much crap
You look like Heath Ledger when he was younger.
Dude, you look like you got dead when you were younger.
Mine was a compliment.
Oh, damn. Type. All right.
No.
No way. Well, wait, hold on.
You look like Heath Ledger when he was younger.
Dude, you look like you got dead when you were younger.
Mine was a compliment.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
He's like,
all right,
no,
going,
you
man.
made me
All right.
sad.
Wow. Yeah, he's like, dude, because Heath Ledger is like as a famous actor, like model or whatever.
No, you get Dave Cam.
Dave Cam. Wow. Hello, Dave. What do you do?
He's got cancer.
Oh. All right.
Fuck, dude.
Damn. You have it going then. Hope you fight it and get better. I mean, that's all right.
Oh shit! I hope you get better. Fuck. Oh shit! He was like, oh my god, that's a lot.
I don't know why no one is talking about this, but the United Nations just released the year that the human population will peak before beginning its irreversible decline, and it is a lot closer.
This teacher is a genius. She figured out how to see if students were using ChatGPT for their...
How many vacation days should people legally have in a year?
I don't understand
This teacher
why
is a-
these teachers care about ChatGPT so much. I think it's because they're jealous that they didn't get to use it when they were younger. But think about it. If you write your entire essay and then you have ChatGPT edit it for you and like punch it up for you, right? What's wrong with that? Who cares? The problem is if you're using it to completely write it for you and you're not doing any of your own ideas. If you have your sources, if you have your paper written, your draft or whatever, then there's nothing wrong with using ChatGPT. My problem is if you're using it to write for you. If you need to be able to do the work. Like, I need to know that if I'm working with you, like in whatever field that I'm in, that you are able to think for yourself and do your own work. Okay? I don't care if you're editing it with ChatGPT. Just don't have it write for you.
Explain sleep. How many vacation days should people legally? Explain sleep.
I love a drummer because it's all brawn, no brains. All they have to do is they go 1, 2, 3, 4. They
and
count
then
to
go
10.
back to 1.
Yeah, they literally don't even get to 10.
Most you'll ever get to is 6.
Yep.
Let's see what this is all about. Okay, 4 on the floor. Okay, he's doing 3 on the left foot. 3 on the right hand. 5 on the left hand. All at the same time.
How do you do that, dude? That's insane. I can't. Whoa! Like imagine shitting on a drummer. That their job is hard. Look, okay, I can sing. Okay, I can sing really well. Okay, I could be a lead singer in a band. I can't drum. I'll never be able to drum. I would need years of practice to be able to do that. But singing just comes naturally to me. Drumming, to this guy, obviously he practiced, but it comes naturally to him as well. Like, that's impressive. Like, what?
This Republican guest told the truth so clearly that the host had to cut him off.
I find it very interesting that we're having this conversation because FDR actually built the East Wing, put a pool in for himself. President Obama was a basketball player, put a basketball court in. President Nixon was a bowler and put a bowling alley. All personal things they wanted to do. The president is doing an addition to the People's House. It's going to be able to hold hundreds of people. Instead of cramming people in, foreign visitors and other folks that we've crammed into these rooms, we're going to have an actual ballroom that we can properly host people in.
Hold on a second. I want to know what this is about. Presidential ballroom. Who's paying for it? Who's paying for it? Oh, why? Like, who's paying for it? I want to know who's paying for it because if liberals are complaining about it with this idea that, like, you know, if Obama had additions added and FDR did it, like, I just want to know, like, what the deal is. Here we go. Private dollars. Okay, so it's not a taxpayer thing. Oh, really? Wow. I mean, look, if you're gonna rip on Trump, you should rip on something that you can rip on. Like, if this is not an issue, like, I don't see what the problem is. Okay. Standing at a podium last week in the East Room, Trump talked about 2 men who had advised him of the zoning permits for a long White House ballroom. He ordered up to thank private donors to the project. 45th, okay. These two geniuses were like movie stars. Then they get start the process immediately. Welver's approved the process of getting zoning approvals. And okay. I said, how long will it take? He said, you can start tonight. You have zero. Okay, you have no approvals. I said, you gotta be kidding me. This is why you're the president. You can do anything you want. Okay. It's not his house. It's your house. I'm confused. Hey, that's not my house. Look, I don't like Trump, but the White House is not my property. I can't get in there without a meeting appointment or like a reason if I'm like interviewing somebody there, or like clearance. Like, it's not my house. What the fuck? It's not mine. This is a stupid. It's not his house. It's your house. What? I don't. Who cares, dude? Like, what the fuck? Especially if it's not taxpayer dollars. I don't care. Like, who gives a shit? Do I think it's pointless? Maybe, but who cares? Cool. Oh my god. If you're getting mad about this as a liberal, you need to fucking figure it out, because this is not worth it getting mad over. You saying the cost of living isn't skyrocketing. Okay. Who cares, dude? Who cares? Liberals get mad about this kind of shit, but they don't actually get mad about real things. Why are you guys focusing on ballrooms? Senator Warren, or Hillary Clinton? Why are we focusing on ballrooms when Trump and his administration are actively stepping on the Constitution? Where is this energy, man? Elizabeth Warren or Hillary Clinton do is posture on social media. He's been destroying your house. It's not his house. It's yours. Like, where is this energy when you guys are actually in chambers, right? When there's policy being debated, where is this energy then? When ICE is deporting people without due process or warrants or whatever, where is this energy then? You get mad over a ballroom, but you're not getting mad over like real constitutional issues? Holy shit, dude. God, liberals are so pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, man. Look at this Nazi here. Fuck this guy, dude. I'm serious, man.
What's the only word in the Bible used 3 times in a row to describe God? Him. The Lord. No, good guess. I like that.
Loving, loving, loving.
Nope. King? Not king.
It's a good one. Sovereign?
No, not sovereign.
Gracious.
That's what red pill means. We're not necessarily talking about the genre of red pill. We're talking about what happens to somebody when something happens to their brain where they're like, whoa.
The problem is then that they have like this epiphany, and every single position they have completely
is affected as a part of that. You know what? I think that it's good to be skeptical.
No,
it's good to
stop.
have that.
I agree with you, but Joe Rogan fans are not skeptical. Selective skepticism is not skepticism at all. It's just as bad as being a brain.
Joe Rogan fans will cherry pick, all right, and lie and misrepresent because things will, like, certain things will support their beliefs. So it's not true skepticism, it's selective skepticism. Okay? True skepticism would be where they would look at like an ivermectin claim made by Joe Rogan and be like, you know what, no, he's full of shit. Everyone knows that ivermectin in a petri dish might work, but ivermectin for a human dose would be like you'd have to poison them with it, overdose with it for maybe any marginal positive effects. Okay, all I'm saying is true skepticism means being able to question everything. This selective skepticism is only questioning things that make you feel bad or things that you disagree with. That's not skepticism. That's propaganda or being in a cult.
Brainwashed on the other end. The problem with people saying they're skeptical, what they really mean is they're skeptical of institutions, but they will have an unyielding faith and belief in every single thing they hear from alternative media. I'll have a guy tell me, oh, I'm very
Yeah, they'll be skeptical of like mainstream media. They'll be skeptical of like New York Times or PBS, for example. Like I can post this about when I'm trying to prove that right-wing extremism is responsible for most of the political violence in this country. I can post this, and they'll be skeptical and like, no, I can't trust them. I can't trust, PBS. They're the lamestream media. They're funded by George Soros and Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and Obama. But then they'll watch The Blaze, or they'll watch, they'll read a Blaze article or watch Glenn Beck or watch Matt Walsh talk about it, and they'll believe everything they say. That's not selective skepticism, okay? That's called being in a cult and being brainwashed and being easily manipulated, okay?
skeptical, and then he believes every single thing Tim Pool has ever said in his entire life. Every single thing Joe Rogan has ever had on his platform in his entire life. Every single thing Dr. Campbell says, every single thing Dr.
Doesn't
anybody think it's f***ing weird that these people just started writing on bullets all of a sudden? Like, that's the most effective way to get out their deeply held political...
This was a good comment here. Someone of that age wouldn't write anti-ICE. They'd just say fuck ICE. Why would you say anti? Like, it doesn't make sense to be that, like, it's almost like somebody was right. It's like somebody planted it and wrote it like as, oh, this is what a kid would write. Hello, fellow kids. Hello, fellow teenagers. Like, it's like they were trying to, it's like somebody was writing what they think a kid would write on a bullet. You know what I mean? It's interesting.
Beliefs? Anti-ICE, enough said. Or is there the slightest possibility that these people are f***ing with us?
According to his friends, the alleged gunman was not overly political and was mainly interested in video games and internet culture.
Clearly it's anti-ICE, right? And his friends say, I wouldn't interpret it that way. He was never a sincere guy. Everything he said was laced with irony and sarcasm.
What kind of f***ing psychotic internet culture? What's happening? Can't we just go back to the cinnamon challenge? Is that so hard?
Yeah.
Let's go to ABC now, where George Stephanopoulos is fact-checked in the most polite manner possible after claiming that...
Isn't Sky News, like, funded by the Russian government? Right? Don't they have ties? I know RT is that. Oh, Sky News. Oh, it's British. Huh. I know RT is Russian funded. Russian I know that is, but Sky was named Royal Television Society. Well, they're completely conservative, aren't they? Rupert Murdoch. Huh. Oh yeah, Rupert Murdoch. That makes sense. He's an oligarch. Yeah. 21st Century Fox, Fox News Corporation, Sky News. Yikes, dude. Married how many times? Holy shit, dude. That's a lot of marriages, bro. Holy fuck. So did he launch Sky News? Is that his thing? Did he do that? Wow. I guess he's responsible for that then? Did he make that? Huh. All right then.
Turkey prices.
Since you're a medic, when does brainwaves begin for a baby?
He's a medic, not a doctor. He should still know this, but no, I know it. When do brainwave? Six weeks. Huh. Okay.
Within the first 4 weeks. How about heartbeat? 6 weeks. Right. So how is that not a life if it has a heartbeat and brainwaves?
Because I can answer this question. Damn it! Keep turning the lights off, dude. We're just gonna keep it. Fuck it, right? We're gonna keep it right here, okay? It's natural lighting here. I'm all about natural, baby. Let's talk about this, okay? Let's say that. Let's say that we define life as being more than just having a heartbeat or having brain activity, right? Like, there's more to what makes a human human. It's the way that they contribute to society. It's their personality. It's their actions. It's the job they have, the school they go to, their identity. It's more than just your heartbeat. Okay, there's more to defining life than just a heartbeat. And honestly, at this point, 6 weeks in, you're getting the baby, the fetus develops a heartbeat, right? At that point, I mean, why? I don't know if that's a strong enough way to support the pro-abortion argument. Or sorry, the pro-life argument. I don't know if that's a good enough argument. Oh, there's a heartbeat, so it's alive. Well, okay, but is it alive like you or I? Can it get a job? Can it pay bills? Can it go to the grocery store? Can a 6-week-old fetus with brain activity and a heartbeat cook a steak? I'm serious. I can participate in life. I'm alive. I go to the gym. I have a job. I make videos. I cook dinner. I take care of my dogs. I spend time with my wife. I have a life. I'm alive. I'm active in the world, okay? My footprint is in the world. But with 6 weeks old, 6 weeks in a fetus, and, as a fetus with brain activity and heartbeat, it's not really the same life that I am. There's a difference. I have rights. That doesn't have rights yet. They won't have rights until it's born. I think it's important that we draw that distinction.
You have this child inside you, right? The baby is supposed to
Oh, it's called a baby now. Oh!
That's not a dunk. That's not a dunk. It's not a dunk. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not medically accurate to call it a baby yet, but it's not a dunk.
Oh, not a fetus. So wait, if it's a baby, that means it's murder. We got him, everybody. You see, this is the key of the abortion argument. It's a fetus.
Well, I don't think it is a baby yet. I think he was wrong for saying that, but that's actually not true. Just because he said something that you agree with doesn't make it true. It's not a baby at that point. It's still a fetus, right? It's not like a baby. Hold on. When does a fetus become a baby? At birth. We define it. The definition at the prior to birth. Okay, the organism is classified as a fetus, which typically means at the 8th week of pregnancy. Okay, so even at 6 weeks, it's not even a fetus yet. So we know that at birth it's called a baby. So this gentleman who's talking to Charlie incorrectly said that it's a baby. He fucked himself, honestly, which is stupid, whatever. But again, talk to people like me. Bring me on your shows. Do not talk to these idiots in college campuses, okay? The fact of the matter, I'm eating Altoids right now, whatever. The fact of the matter is, it's not a baby until it's born. We've agreed as a society that when the fetus, when the woman gives birth to the thing inside, that's when it becomes a baby, okay? That's when it becomes a baby. But we have loosely described it for centuries now. Oh, when's the baby due? When's it due? Oh, you have a baby inside you? Whatever. It's not a scientific terminology, though. It's not a baby until it's born, okay?
It's a clump of cells, but every so often they'll use the word baby, and you and I both know babies deserve
when they get constitutional protection when they're born. Okay? They get protection when they're born. Like, is that not good enough? Like, I don't understand. Like, dude, you guys care so much about a fetus. You care so much about calling a fetus a baby and making sure the babies are protected, right? The baby. But when they're born, you don't care about them. You vote for programs that cut social programs. You raise taxes on the middle class and give tax breaks to the wealthy. You strip Medicare, Medicaid. You remove clinics that give women's health. You make birth control expensive. You make healthcare unaffordable. You don't care when it's born. You don't give a shit about the baby. When it's a fetus, all I care about is how it's a baby and how it has rights. So stupid.
What's something dumb that brings people understand?
My mom started saying 6-7 to the kids in her classes, and it got them to stop saying it because they were like, it's too cringe for her to say it. This is a valid strat. My mom figured this out with my sister.
Grant, did you make this?
Yeah? What's your problem? What's your problem this time?
Yo, take it easy. I was gonna say, this is very good. I like it. It's delish. Take it easy.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Grant, did you make this?
You must bitch a lot then.
This country is no longer a democracy.
We never
were.
Never were a democracy. We've always been a constitutional republic. But I've said this in the
past. Wait, hold on. It is true though. We are a constitutional republic. Like, we're not inherently a democracy. We have some democratic practices here, but we are also a constitutional republic. I mean, it's I don't understand.
Past. Imagine it being cows. A constitutional republic is where you have 2 cows. You elect representatives to make laws about cow ownership and milk distribution, but their power is limited by a written constitution that protects your right to own and milk cows. Pure democracy is where you have 2 cows and your neighbors vote on who gets the milk. Yeah. Representative democracy is where your neighbors elect somebody to decide on who gets the milk. Socialism, what you guys are all fighting for, is where you have 2 cows and your neighbor has no cows, so the government takes one of your cows and gives it to your neighbor. Fascism is where you have 2 cows and the government takes your 2 cows and sells you some milk. Capitalism is where you have 2 cows, you sell one, you buy a bull, and then you start a herd of cows. Bureaucracy is where you have 2 cows, the government takes both, loses one of them, milks the other one, and then throws the milk away. Totalitarianism is where the government takes both of your cows, denies they ever existed, and then boom, you get drafted.
That's pretty funny.
Realism is where you have 2 giraffes and then the government requires you to take harmonica lessons.
This country
Realism. That last one was kind of wild. This is honestly pretty true, though.
is
The most attractive man.
Forensic science has now uncovered what the most attractive man might look like.
Please.
With the use of 3D simulation software, we can now accurately create the world's most attractive man. Some people would say that conventionally he's not attractive, and that he's ugly even, and that having a crooked penis is gross. But scientifically speaking, that's just not true. Our data is not biased, okay? It says that most women would love to be with him, and that he's not a fuck-up, and that he's actually a very passionate lover if you just gave him another chance.
Fuck yeah, give him another chance.
What was the whole point of Biden pardoning Hunter Biden when he said he wasn't going to do it?
Are you saying it's bad? Are you saying it's bad to be a convicted felon?
They got so mad when Biden pardoned Hunter, right? When President Biden pardoned his son. But they didn't give a shit when President Trump pardoned all those J6ers. I mean, come on, dude. Come on.
Well, because
allegedly, Tyler shoots Charlie Kirk. He runs across the roof. His shadow disappears for some reason. He's like running and he has a shadow, then boom, no shadow as he crosses the rest of the roof. It's like the CGI guy quit.
I would note the administration won an identical case in the 90s.
This is the best line in the entire debate.
Take a look at this. This is really...
Have you ever wondered, what if you just kept going away from Earth? Imagine you fly off at the speed of light. At 8.3 minutes, you'd reach our sun. After 4 hours and 6 minutes, you'd pass the farthest planet in our solar system, and you'd have to get through this mess of comets and asteroids. How long do you think it takes you at the speed of light to get to the farthest object humans have ever sent? It's 23 hours and 19 minutes. Now, way beyond that, at 29 days, you'd hit this cloud of icy debris. Even traveling at the speed of light, it takes a year and a half to go through it. But hold on, at 4 years in, just as you're passing our nearest star, something weird happens. You notice that you're in kind of a clearing. It turns out that our solar system is inside this local bubble. At about 100 years,
what the fuck?
You pass where the edge of our radio bubble is now, the distance our radio waves have traveled out into the universe. Compared to our whole galaxy, that distance is just that tiny blue spot. It would take you 27,000 years to reach the center, and another 50,000 years to reach the other edge. And if you kept going and going and going for 46.5 billion years, you'd reach the edge of our observable universe. And beyond that, the light from whatever is out here still hasn't had time to reach Earth in the whole history of the universe. So maybe you'd find out. If you like this video, subscribe. Have you ever wondered...
That's terrifying. We can actually travel at the speed of light. Oh.
Shit, what was that?
Is there a black person here?
What did you just say?
I said, is there a black person here?
Do you have a question?
Yeah. Is there a black person here?
Chit, why are you asking that?
Janice said there was one in here. Came to check.
There's a white person here, too.
Well, I don't need one of those.
Chit, please stop what you're doing.
What's the big deal? I'm just trying to find the black person here.
Well, you found her.
Oh!
Okay, you got her today. Okay, let me see. Let me set my sparkling down.
He says, I need a black purse. Oh.
Oh, here it is. Got it.
Chit, are you saying, is there a black purse in here?
Yeah, success. I like your haircut, Linda.
Thank you, Chit.
Good job, Chit.
Gaming memes go. Wait, this is Sora too.
Look, man, I'm not here to judge your whole life, but you died to the cannon minion 8 times in one lane. At that point, it's disturbance.
That's not a law. It's just a bad game.
No wave, no vision, no flash. You autoed it once. It chunked you.
All right, man. You know why we're here. You did plenty. 53 real world days on that paladin, you're still in Elwyn Forest. You haven't touched a dungeon, no professions past 30, no mounting. That's neglected progression.
I just like the vibe.
There you go. Listen up, man.
Are you serious? I didn't do anything.
You did plenty. 0 and 11 on Yasuo with no wards bought, refused to group, and you stole blue from your jungle at level 1. That's griefing.
It's just a bad game.
Things happen.
All right, man. You're under arrest for willful gaming.
On the city tax, though, and I know that takes.
Netflix has secretly.
Wow, so your brain doesn't really know the difference between, say that again?
Between something that happened in real life or something that you strongly visualize.
So you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that.
What's your badge number? 315-2395.
7147.
Sharky, question? My question is, what's your badge number?
I told you my badge number before.
Yeah, can you tell me again?
I expect people to listen to me when I talk.
This is a big question. Focusing. And I wrote them all down. Yeah, same. I forgot. No, what's your badge number, sir? You see now, to be fair.
I told you before.
Can you tell me again?
Hey, we've cracked the
What can you tell about a person just by looking at their face?
So
his head turns. Now I gotta walk.
Oh. This is pretty cool. It looks like
Do y'all see that?
Is this like a tarp or something like that?
Yeah, his freaking head turns. I'm freaked out. I am freaked out that his head turns.
That's pretty cool.
His head turns.
That's a pretty cool decoration.
Now I gotta.
What's your views on Nick saying the Holocaust was kind of like exaggerated?
Okay, I always move through life assuming that people are smarter than me. I don't know if you guys do this when it comes to scams. Anytime somebody reaches out to me, it's like, I've got the best business idea ever. I can f***ing 10x your money. First thing I always think of when a too good to be true opportunity pops up is like, why the f*** are you coming to me with this first? When somebody starts saying some shit about World War II, and they'll bring up like, oh, like the Nazis didn't even have enough space. They didn't even have enough places to put Jews in that many gas chambers. My first thought is like, World War II is the most studied war in all of human history. The Holocaust is one of the most studied events in all of human history. Not a single motherfucker thought that there wasn't enough room in the showers to gas that many Jews. I don't believe it. Most of the claims that like, oh, the Holocaust didn't happen, where are the Jews at? Where are the birth certificates? If you really do want to dig through all of the historical evidence and read authors from the time period, like people have explanations for all of these particular things. But the thing is, nobody really wants to do that reading. It's boring. And instead we get like the clips from a podcast or from a show.
They just want to listen to guys like Kenny Coe talk about how Hitler was a great guy and platform Jake Shields and this douchebag here. Like, they don't want to read the historical documents. They want to post photos and say, well, are you supposedly there were hundreds of thousands of Jewish men and women and children. The strangest part is that no bodies were found. They just, all they want to do is post conspiracy theories. They don't actually want to read. Okay? Here, I'm going to look at this. Hold on. Treblinka extermination camp. Look it up. Right? Horrible, okay? Let's evidence. Okay. Here we go. What is this? What is this? In recent years, the Forensic Archaeological Project at Treblinka Extermination Camp has uncovered significant evidence in relation to the mass murder that took place there. A number of questions emerged regarding the provenance and origins of the objects discovered, which they remain undiscovered. These discovered led to everything for church history and demands public. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. I don't want to read all. Hold on. Oh, I don't. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Thousands of them. Wow! Here we go! Human bone, including fragments now eroding on the forested ground surface. Fine, allow it. I don't care. These people don't read. You guys don't fucking read. It's just crazy. Even Grok said it was a misleading claim! Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Even Grok said it was misleading. Grok, is this true? No, it's a misleading claim. Holy shit. Oh, wait, hold on. It doesn't. Why does it do that? Why does it fucking do that? Give me the goddamn article. Let me copy it. What is this? Hey, where's that? Where's the? Just shut up. Where's the article? Where's the They found evidence, dude. They found real evidence. These people don't want to live in reality. They just want to say whatever the fuck comes to mind. That's all. It's just so stupid. I need to open up a new tab because there's no like place to link the copy. You know. Here we go. There's Kenny Cal. There was Kenny Cal. Oh shit, puppy. Okay, here you go. There was evidence found. You dingleberry. This is absolutely. You are without a doubt a lazy content creator. It should not be this easy for me to debunk your claims. What a loser. It should not be easy for me. It should not be this easy for me to debunk your claims, dude. Like, holy shit. Like, if you are going to lie, at least try. At least put some effort into it. Even Grok supports this claim, and Grok is largely biased because it was invented by Musk in Musk's Twitter, right? So it's largely biased. Holy shit. There was evidence on you, Dingleberry. You were a lazy content creator. It should not be this easy for me to debunk your claims. All right, you know what? I've been streaming for 2 hours. Let's pause it here. Let's stop here. Thank you so much for watching. I am Scott. This is Cipher Division. Today was a fun time. It was my first stream, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. I want to hear from everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.